that contributes to a long life is never retiring. And Mr. Speaker, I'm never retiring. And that you never retire when you have discovered your ikigai, which is your purpose for living. Very few people in life discover their purpose in life. One of them is Honorable Raila Odinga. And his purpose in life is service to humanity. It doesn't matter how much people want to pour in that on him.
Kenya.
Younger generations who do not know what he has done over the years, you can never take away his ikigai. And I would want to encourage those who are busy
supporting
talking
a candidate
a lot of nonsense around
against Kenya, Mr. Speaker, and even campaigning him openly, campaigning for him openly in the social media,
because when you find your purpose in life,
sphere, Mr. Speaker,
you are always happy regardless of circumstances. If today a Kenyan, so that's why even when they wins or loses, it doesn't matter.
Any
Mr.
religion,
Speaker,
any creed
there are many of
comes
us
out to contest for an international position, Mr. Speaker, I will support.
Brave enough to go for such
in
a
the
position.
spirit of being a Kenyan, Mr. Speaker. That's all. The first thing that we need to look at is being a Kenyan,
out and go
not
for
from
such
the
a
community
position.
you come from,
whether
not
he
from
wins or not does not matter.
Not from your religion, not
it is inspirational enough
Speaker,
that at that age it's gone out there. But I want to also congratulate and thank His Excellency President William Ruto
we shall revisit that
for the work that he has
we will
done
revisit that one.
For Honorable Raila Odinga.
We will revisit at the right time,
Mr. Speaker.
We will also have our day
Mr.
to laugh
Speaker, when we
and
went
to celebrate,
there,
Mr. Speaker.
I went very
and it's not very far, it is coming,
optimistic.
It's not very far.
Because I had less faith
in the
capabilities of Honorable Raila Odinga, but as a person who has worked in the Pan-African region, with the Pan-African Parliament
in the
and other
spirit
fora,
of being a Kenyan, Mr. Speaker, that's all.
I understand the geopolitics very well. The issues of regional blocks, language blocks, amongst other issues,
not from your religion, not
and
from
sometimes they come into play, including prevailing circumstances in the region. They sometimes come into play.
And
Mr. Speaker, the other issues, including the fact that Mr. Raila Odinga
it will not go. We will revisit at the right time.
A figure.
We will also have our day to laugh and to celebrate, Mr. Speaker. And it's not very far, it is coming.
His strength, as I've seen one writer say, may have been his weakness.
You can take that to the bank,
and
I will remind you
characters. Mr. Speaker, it is also an opportunity for the AU to introspect. Mr. Speaker, Madam Speaker, sorry, I see you have changed. Madam Speaker, it's an opportunity for the AU to introspect because the issues of equity keep coming up and barriers based on language, religion, or other factors always keep coming up. The way they've tried to solve it in Pan-African Parliament is the way they need to solve it also at that level. Madam Speaker, I would also want to say that I've seen a narrative that people are trying to sell, that Raila always loses. Honorable Raila was a member of Langata for many years. Yes. Madam Speaker, he even resigned his position and went for by-election and won. And he has served as Prime Minister. And the one who is saying Raila would never will never win anything, has never even won a village elder position, and will never win a village elder position. So really, be factual and wish your fellow Kenyan well is when God will bless you. Madam Speaker, there are many Sanballats and Tobiases in this country. They are very noisy and even noisier than the people who have goodwill for this country. But I want to say that I was impressed by the equally high number of Kenyans who came to Ethiopia using their own resources. People came in buses, in bicycles, by air, and by all means. And they were all tribes, Madam Speaker. My time is up. I want to also thank them and say God works in mysterious ways. What you thought was going to work for ill has actually worked for good. We were fighting last week. We are now sitting calmly as a minority, Madam Speaker.